Good evening, my dear friends. Today, in this topic, I'm going to talk on a particular thing which will make interest in everybody. If you're new to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will not miss videos whenever I upload your videos. Okay? So, let us get started with the topic. The basic question of when, where, and how. This is a 3-minute talk. Well, the importance of when, where, and how is that in history we would have heard about when, where, and how, and why it is applicable, because this topic is going to implement in today's what I'm going to talk. Before that, understand why I am talking on this topic, because when you've chosen a topic or when you're asked to present something, don't do just for the sake of doing, because 90% people often do that. They do just for the sake of doing. So this is the wrong thing. So this is why I always have a procedure. Let's start with the procedure, basic question, when, where, and how, then with the topic, so that it will be easier to understand in what way this topic is going to benefit. This is how I make a YouTube strategy. Now, where it is applicable all over the world, because all over the world means whether in workplaces, whether in the shops or in gym, anywhere. This is important to say that where comes anywhere in the world, whether it is public, whether in an airplane, whether in a shop, wherever around the world. This is to say that how things differ as per the time, because we can see a drastic change in today's reality, that how times have changed according to it, isn't it? Basically, you always think that starting with a basic question implies all the topics will be covered within a short period of time. Because, for example, if you're going for playing a cricket or whatever, there's football or tennis or whatever sports you're going to play, without knowing a thing, if you're going to take that, it's just a waste of time. How much ever you work on it, it will only end up in a failure. So try to avoid such kind of mistakes. So this is a question of when, where. Finally, the question comes how and why. How means how it is applicable, because there are each competitors in a world where we can surely say that it applies like this. It can go in any process. This is the basic strategy. Now, whenever we start with the topic, let us always have these kinds of questions in our mind, so that it can create interest in every people. Well, in my strategic, I always start like why, when, where, and how, so that it will give a benefit to the people. Because in my cases, I have seen also other YouTubers who don't even start with this kind of basic questions, when, where, and how. They just like that go away, for which in my case that is not worth to me. So that is why I always start with definition, when, where, and how. I go as per the process, so that things and objects becomes simple. It is like making all the complicated one into a simple thing, where it is like an atom. Oh, small things split into many particles. This is it. Now you would have understood about when, where, and how. So let us get into the topic. So in this today topic, I'm going to talk something related to time, because in the content itself you must have seen what the topic is about. Well, before going into the topic, I would like to summarize what are the things I have been talking about. In the old videos, which is related to motivational talks, there I would have mentioned you that how not to waste your time for any reasons, and how to use your time effectively. This is the thing which you're going to apply here. But what it matters, time management. Because we will, after having a 3 minute talk, we will see what is this time management about. Because everybody in the world has time, because time is everywhere around the world. And it's a statement, there's this quote called time and tides wait for none, which means time and tide will not wait for anybody, or it will not wait for any world. So every minute counts. This is the very important thing. As well as consistently, we should be very productive, because only if you are being productive, you have some possibilities to make yourself into a higher position. Now, in the previous video, I was been talking about a balancing work like YouTube's and as well as studies or other works. Because why I chosen this also that as a today's topic, because everyone has been sharing their experience on how they manage their YouTubes and other related works. Because as I said, juggling with those kinds of work isn't an easy task. It's a very tough thing, which everybody knows. Because when it applies to me, I can able to understand that doing YouTube as well as other kinds of work isn't an easy process. It's a very tough task. As well as dealing with children's also even plays a major thing. It's like a one-day cricket match where we have to do everything and manage everything. Right. Now, imagine yourself that when you're working towards YouTube or whether any kinds of work, always follow the path of time management. Because if you don't follow a time management, better don't do any kind of work. This is what people always say. Because when we don't follow any kind of time management, we see that there are lots of complaining occur everywhere. So this is the thing where we are lagging. So this topic is going to correct those mistakes on how you can avoid waste of time, as well as how you can do work as per the time. Now, another important thing is that even if you follow a time management, still there are big mistakes which people often do, saying that they take a very complicated task and make themselves time wasted. That's the thing, which one must not do it. So this is today is the paragraph. I'm going to tell some of the tips which you can use this and avoid wasting of time and use this at a time resources. Okay, now let's see the topic today. The important of topic is time management. First of all, what is time management about? Well, time management is defined as the ability to use time effectively at any places, which means if someone follows the path of time management, then they should understand that what is the definition of time management, because it is especially to increase efficiency and productivity. Which means, for example, in thermodynamics, we must have heard work done is equal to cycle. Imagine there is an engine. If you give some input to the engine, we are going to tell how much the output. Suppose to this engine, if I give 5 kilowatts input, then it should produce the work with less time, with more efficiency. It is like that. Now, increase your efficiency time productively instead of using it in the wrong thing. But there are some mistakes that can happen here. Even they follow a time management, they start taking up with a complicated thing. Instead of taking a simple one, they take it with the complication things and make themselves as a mess, which should not be done. So that's the thing we should avoid. Let's see the other paragraph. The best important time management skills are prioritizing, delegation, decision making, problem solving, multitasking, scheduling. Well, prioritizing means one should know how to prioritize so much things. Decision making. Well, this is a very important thing. Decision making involves three types: higher decision making, medium, quick decision making. Quick decision means immediately. Suppose if they want, suppose you're having a chocolate factory, or imagine you having a chocolate factory and you want to deliver this to the other countries immediately. So this is an immediate decision making, middle and long decision making. So these are the three types which one should understand when they are making decisions, right? And problem solving, multitasking. Here comes the thing. Problem solving means, imagine you are doing a problems while understanding what the concept is. Because what you should not do is, it is not like memorizing and just reproducing the paper. That's the wrong thing, which you should not do that, because that path of way will not help you to analyze thinking, may lead to failure. So other thing is that everything becomes simple when we accomplish more in a shorter period of time, which leads to more free time, which also says that accomplishing time means we can reduce our time without getting wasted, right? It is really important to follow everything in aspects of life, because we should know what we are accomplishing when we are in a shorter period of time, as well as leading to problem solving task and multitasking. Multitasking means, as I said, if you are on YouTube, you also have other kinds of work which you should merge together. This is the multitasking thing. Then reducing stress by following the time management, which means if you follow the time management in a very right process, automatically your stresses get reduced. You have more amount of free time to spend in learning other opportunities. If not, life will be very complicated. It will become like an ice cream. Now, reducing stresses helps in more focusing on your career and other aspects. Now, till this, there is an important thing in decision making. What are these 4 D's used in the time management? Here it is: delete, do, defer, delegate. These are the 4 strategies which you should use in your everyday time management process in order to achieve the greater amount of success. Because it is implemented that using these 4 Ds, because as per the studies shown that using these 4 Ds in a time management helps to benefit your capability and eligibility to make success. Now, but even though they follow this in the right thing, but mistake comes here. What is the biggest mistake these people do? Is that they take up in a very complicated task which is not worthy. Imagine when we are solving a complicated numericals, they take more amount of time. Even if they take 5 problems, it may take 8 or 9 hours to complete that 5 problems, because they don't follow the time management. They don't use these 4 Ds in their subjects while performing it. That is why so much of struggles has been seen around. Now, up till now, we will summarize what have been discussed from the beginning. Well, as I said, time management means using your time effectively and productively in a right way. Which means, imagine when you are studying for anything, you should use that study time as an effective thing and productively. Productively means you're doing the things correctly without going into the wrong one. Right? Now, what are the benefits we can learn by following this, we have free time for other things. We can make ourselves available to other people's, so that we can cut short the time from a complicated one into a simple one. It is like how you can convert a very complicated thing into a simple one. The process is like that. But unfortunately, we come to know that following a straight and a right decision making helps us in effectiving more productivity, because we are accomplishing, also we want to accomplish a very shorter period of time to make things possible. Now, it also helps us in reducing our stress in a very short amount of time. Now, before I conclude this session, I would like you to guys answer my question in the comment section. I will check it out. Now, if I forgot to tell this in a previous vlog, imagine you as a YouTuber, you are doing work as well as you have other kinds of work as well. How do you manage these kind of problems in your side? Apart from this topic, how you manage yourself, you share your experience in my comment section. I will read it out. Now, the conclusion we are coming to here is that let's be creative. From now on, this is means to tell that how time is important to do everything, as well as following a proper time management leads to save our time, as well as ability to learn new opportunities each and every day to promote yourself as a success. It is like promoting yourself to a higher position comparing to others. But remember one thing, even though you follow your time management, never ever compare your time management with other kinds of people. This is the very wrong thing which must not be done under any circumstances. Always try to prioritize, delegate, try to make decision making in a right path, because we should also have problem in multitasking. Even because when you as a work person have children's brain, then multitasking is a very big example, because multitasking means it leads to various kinds of work. You have to see this, you have to buy vegetables, you have to go to the shop, you have so much of things. So that is the thing which one should understand as being a multitasking person. That is it. In the next topic, I'll see you with a new video. Till then, bye bye. Keep on watching.